I'm Juliet and welcome to St Asaph Cathedral's craft activity for summer, Pop Art Portraits. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to make a pop art portrait that's been inspired by the Welsh Bible translators, pop art and you. So first of all, grab a piece of A4 paper and a pencil and either print out a photograph of yourself, draw a photograph of yourself, or print out one of the silhouettes that were included in the downloadable resources. Once you've decided which style to do, place your face basically as close to the bottom of the page as possible so you have maximum space above. And then what I'd like you to do is, if you've drawn, either rub off the top of your head, so we're going to have things exploding out of it, or chop a quarter of the head off but keep the top part ready to stick down, like this one underneath there. I've popped the top of my head off and I've started to use collage paper. So see what you have at home, lots of different collage papers, you might have some old maps. Just check everything is okay to use before you start creating with it. And with a glue stick or some scissors, start to rip and have some pattern coming out of your head. Now pop art, you have a lot of information about pop art in the downloadable resources. It was a movement in the 50s and 60s in the UK and America, but can you see it's very brightly coloured, and it's inspired by things like comic books, popular culture, so even things like food cans or road signs or film stars. So you might have seen it before, but there's a few different images in your downloadable resources and some more contemporary pieces that were only made last year, inspired by pop art culture. Also in your pack you will have some more downloadable resources. We've got speech bubbles and you've got some pop art sort of action designs. These you can use and cut out as well, because what we're going to think about now is what is actually going to be exploding out of our head in that sort of pop art inspired piece. So let's go back to yourself. Think about what your skills or your superpower would be if you had one. And also let's look at the Welsh Bible translators, because they had so many skills and talents between them. There's a big list of all the things that they did. They were key figures in Welsh history because they all helped translate the Bible into Welsh over many years. So have a little look through the Welsh Bible translators. Think about words and images that represent both you and the Welsh Bible translators. So it might be that you're creative, it might be that obviously they were very good with language. We're going to start to think about what we can put on our page. Now you might have some words that you'd like to write down. So I was thinking about the word creative. I used some little printing blocks. If anybody has them at home, I just have a little ink stamp pad and some letters. These are just letters from magazines and newspapers, so again check that everybody has finished reading them before things get cut up. The next one is just stencils that you might have at home, and if you haven't any of those, then of course you could write down your own words, thinking about your skills and talents and superpowers would be, and also what maybe one of the Welsh Bible translators' superpowers and talents might be. So you could choose one of the translators that stands out to you, or maybe you think are quite similar, And then it's time to bring it all together. So on your piece of paper, I chose Gabriel Goodman in this one, and then I've put some pop art pieces coming out of my head. I've put some words that describe me. I've put some maps of places that I'd like to travel, that I like the cinema, and for Gabriel Goodman I've got the Welsh Bible there, and also he used to have to travel in Wales as well when he was doing the translation. So have a little look. There's another one I've done here. So you're just adding all the pieces together to create your own pop art inspired portrait that sums you up and the translators up and is a little pop art inspired too. So please do send in your images to us so we can see, and thank you for watching.